Got it. Alright, this is the famous peach mango pie from Jollibee. Out here in a beautiful day in the park. About to try this out. Oh my god. Shit. I wonder if I can make it better. Or at least try to make it almost the same thing. Hey guys, this is Ray coming to you once again with another video. This time around we're going to be making Jollibee's peach mango pie. Alright, hopefully you guys give this a try and let me know how it goes in the comment section below. So let's just get started. So first things first, we're going to be making a basic pie dough. So I'm going to be cutting up about 1 cup of butter and I'm going to be just cutting it into little cubes. This recipe can actually be good for any kind of pie dough. So if you're trying to make make apple pie and in the pie crust, you can use this recipe also. So we're gonna take about 2.5 cups of all-purpose flour, and we're gonna slowly incorporate it into our butter. We're actually going to incorporate about 1/2 cup at a time and then mix in our butter and cut it up as we go along. The reason for this is you want to make sure that the butter gets fully incorporated with the flour. Next we'll add in about 1/2 teaspoon of salt and 1 tablespoon of sugar. We'll give this another mix. And then by this time you can start using your hands to thoroughly combine all of your ingredients. Right after, we're going to add in about 5 tablespoons of cold ice water, just little by little. Alright, and we're going to continue mixing this with our hands. And then next up we are going to be adding about 2 teaspoons of vinegar. The vinegar will actually keep our dough nice and soft. The texture for it is completely really great for this recipe. Okay, so after that we are going to just lay this out in our work surface, and we're just going to thoroughly combine this until you get a nice round shape. And then we're going to cut it in half, and we're going to just roll this up into a nice little ball also, just so we're going to rest this in the fridge for about 2 hours if you can, about 1 hour minimum. Alright, so we're just going to wrap it in cling, and yeah, we'll rest this for about 2 hours. So while that's resting, we are also going to start making our filling. So we'll start with 1 cup of mango, 1 cup of peach, and we're just going to mix this in thoroughly. We're going to take about 3 tablespoons of sugar and about 1 teaspoon of salt and a dash of cinnamon. Mix all these ingredients, and in a bowl you're going to take about 1 tablespoon of cornstarch and 1 tablespoon of water. This will combine all the filling together so they don't become all soupy. So after that's done, you just put it in a bowl to completely cool off, and we're going to take our dough that's been resting in the fridge for about 2 hours. We'll cut it in half, and we're just going to roll this out very thinly. I'll say about 3 millimeters thin would be good enough. And then we're just going to continue rolling this out until we get to that nice thin layer. And then I cut up some paper actually, and the way I measured this is I took the peach mango pie from Jollibee, and I just cut the paper in half until it actually matched the peach mango pie, and that's how I got to this measurement. So I'm going to take that piece of paper and I'm actually going to line it into my dough and make that square to kind of be more authentic to the Jollibee pie. We're gonna actually brush the inside of this filling with egg whites. The egg whites will just make sure that the filling stays inside. Next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna add in our filling. Now I did find that the mango was a little bit more liquidy than the peach, so you wanna spread the peaches out evenly, just so one side doesn't just have mango and the other side just doesn't have peaches. So yeah, spread it evenly, and we're just going to fold this over. Alright, so right after we are going to crimp it with our fork. We're gonna just go through all of the edges here one by one, and you want to make sure everything is nice and tight. We're gonna place them in our plate, and we're just gonna do a little quick cleanup because we're gonna finish off with the rest of our batch. So on this batch I actually made 3, and next up we are going to make a little glaze. So this is just 1 part cornstarch and hot water, and we are going to just glaze this over our pie before we put them in our we're actually going to put these guys in the freezer for about 30 minutes. The reason we put them in the freezer is we want to make sure that the filling actually stays in there, the dough is nicely rested, and it doesn't kind of fly out everywhere. So you want to make sure that the dough is in the freezer for about 30 minutes. This is also a good time to make sure that we are crimping the other side of the dough. This is actually the step that I completely forgot. So I made sure that I went back and did it. So we're going to put these guys in the freezer for about 30 minutes, and we're going to start heating up our oil. Just about, I think about 3 cups of oil. If you want to make sure that the dough is ready, the oil is ready, you're going to take a little piece of dough ball, and we're going to drop it in our oil, and if it floats up, it means it's ready. So it's about 250 to 300 Fahrenheit for these oils. So we're gonna brown these guys up nice and even on both sides, and that's about, I think, about 1.5 to 2 minutes to finish off. As you can see on the other pie, I messed up and just completely burnt the other side of that one. But the second batch I actually paid close attention to it, and it turned out pretty good actually. These pies are nice and flaky. They're not as crispy as the one from Jollibee. It's just a little flakier, as you can see from the crumbs out there, but these are really nice, and yeah, hopefully you guys give them a try. And yeah, thank you for watching this video, and yeah, have a great day. Peace out. Thank you. Bye.